Hey guys, I'm doing a video today on results of my show. Well, I already did kind of a result show, but anyway, people wanted to know, basically they wanted to see pictures and videos. I didn't get a video this time. I got pictures from Mark Mason, so I'll go through those and show you guys a couple things I wanted to hit on about the show. The prep for the show was the hardest prep that I've gone through so far. It was my third show. I got really lean though. Once I came to about 2 weeks out, then it really started hitting me. It actually started hitting me about 5 weeks out, but 2 weeks out, I had nothing. What little I had to be for training and posing, and you know, I just rode that train till the end. So that was hard. I started carbing up Wednesday before the show, so I ate from Wednesday till Friday till about 2 o'clock in the morning, or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, excuse me. What I ate a lot of noodles. I ate a lot of rice, my rice pudding, which I told you guys about my rice pudding. I ate oatmeal. First day I ate oatmeal, and I think I ate oatmeal the second day because it's a slower digesting carb. So I wanted quicker carbs because I'm also drying out that time, so I'm not getting all the water I need to get either. So that's why. And oatmeal sits in your stomach a long time. You gotta have a thin gut when you're on stage. So, and that's why I stopped eating Friday at 2 o'clock. You gotta have a thin gut. You can't have a blown out belly while you're up there. And as much food as we eat as bodybuilders, we have big stomachs. So anyway, that's why I did that. And I ate every 2 hours on the dot, and every 3 hours during the night. So I woke up I had a whole list, an itinerary of what times I wake up, what I'm eating. Rice, cream of rice was a big one that I ate a lot of. Cream of rice is pretty good too. My cheat meals, well, not my cheat meals, my refeed meals. Well, I guess at this point I wouldn't even call it refeed meals. But anyway, my dirty food, I had waffles. So I ate waffles, I think 3 different times in those days. Waffles, for whatever reason, whenever I need a refeed or something during prep, waffles are my go-to. So they're just my go-to, and I like them. They taste good. So ate the waffles, whatnot. The one thing I'm going to change, I thought my posing was on point. It could always be better. Posing can always be better. That's an art. And I don't think that's something you're going to master, you know, first couple times. Maybe not even in a lifetime. I mean, it's just it's an art, posing is. So I did the best I could on posing, and I thought I did pretty good. Unlike last show, you know, I forgot some of my poses like an idiot. Because I just had so much brain fog. But this time I didn't. I nailed them all. I nailed my posing routine. I had the audience screaming and stuff, which was cool. One thing I'm going to change, well, there's a couple things, but the one big thing I'm going to change is I stopped eating at 2 o'clock on Friday. I nibbled throughout the day after that, so rice cakes and small stuff, because you don't, like I said, you don't want to have a big gut on stage. So what I'm going to do next time is Friday night, I'm going to have a big meal. I'm talking waffles, probably not too much protein, because you remember, when you're filling out, you don't need the protein. Okay, you don't need it, because you're not repairing muscle at this point. You're filling out the muscle. Okay. Now, mind you, you're not doing anything exerting. I mean, when you're practicing posing at that point, it's just minimal, you know, exertion. So all you're doing is putting glycogen in your muscles. That's it. So, and that's a hard concept for me to grasp. I know I got in trouble a couple times because I drank a protein drink or something like that, and it's just like my mind, I'm like, well, I need protein. And Donnie says, you don't need protein. So lucky I got Donnie there. He puts me in check on stuff like that. So anyway, that's how that was. What was I going to say? So the change that I'm going to make is the big meal on Friday. And the reason I say that is Saturday morning, I was pretty full, but I think I could have been fuller And what it really kicked in was when I went back for finals. Because after I did my prejudging, I went and I was so dehydrated. All I could do is think about water and sleep, because I hadn't slept in days pretty much, an hour here, an hour there. So family was there. I sent the family out, and they went and had fun while I slept for a couple hours in a motel room. The meal I had was fruit and yogurt, which the only reason I ordered that was just so it wet my mouth. That was it. Looking back on that, if I would have had a large meal Friday night, just a crap meal, like waffles. If I would have had a big waffle meal Friday night, I have such a fast metabolism anyway. I wake up that Saturday morning, there's no way there's going to be anything in my stomach, because I go through food like crazy. I have a really fast metabolism in that sense. Most people probably can't do that. I could do that. I can eat that big meal Friday and stay full. By the time I wake up in the morning, I'm just like a balloon. And then hit the salt, and bam, I'm on stage. When I say hit the salt, the reason I say that is when you're dehydrated like that, you gotta add some salt in there so you don't cramp, because you don't have much water in you, and you start cramping on stage flexing, that's painful. So you got to add that salt in there. Plus, it's going to bring out vascularity too, so get your veins popping out. So my veins weren't, when I woke up Saturday morning, my veins weren't there. And that was why, because I needed to throw in salt. So I did throw in salt, and I got that in check and stuff. Also the electrolytes too. That's a big one. You can get in a lot of trouble being on stage and being dehydrated if you don't do everything right. So what I did was I had a noon tab. I had a noon tab. I took a diuretic Friday night. I had a noon tab right after that with just like a thimble thing full of water. So noon tab there, get some electrolytes, and then about 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, somewhere in there, I had another noon tab with just a half of a shot glass of water. So I replenish the electrolytes, get the salt in there. Now I'm good to go. Okay. I still feel like hell, but at least I'm not going to cramp. So, and that did work. The cheat meal, I need to have a big cheat meal next time, the day before. I think 3 days of loading up is still good for me. So that's the only thing I would change, is just the cheat meal, actually. Just one thing, really. Other than that, I was dry. I mean, I could have probably been drier, but nobody would have noticed. I wasn't sweating on stage. But what I was doing was, when prejudging, I remember how many competitors there was. Anyway, there was a bunch of us, and we all looked pretty good. So I ended up having to go up there and pose, go through my mandatories 3 times. And the third time, I could barely hold a relaxed front repose when I was standing off the sidelines. Like, I was just shaking. Like, I don't think anybody noticed, but it was very, very hard to hold a pose. That's how burnt out I was. And, I mean, in that time of posing, that 10 minutes of posing, there goes all your glycogen. So, so when you're done with the prejudging, you gotta go eat some more. But again, gotta have a small stomach on stage. So, but finals, when it comes to finals, though, that's for the audience anyway. It's not something you get graded on. So they already know the winner after prejudging. So the finals is just for the audience. That's all that is. But you don't want to look like a goofball up there either. So you gotta, you gotta still look good. Don't go drinking a bunch of water and sweating all over the place and getting your tan all runny. It looks like hell. I see a lot of guys with that, and it looks gross. So anyway, I wasn't like that. So that was cool. Let's see. I know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into prep, a lot of science behind it. If I'm missing something or you got any questions, hit me up. I'll let you know all about it. If you know me personally, you know that I don't really say much. But you get me on bodybuilding talk, I'll talk your ear off until your eyes glaze over. It's just my thing. I like to do. I love it. This is my passion. So I mean, the gym is my playground. So anyway, I'm going to run through some pictures and show you guys what's going on. So I hope you enjoy. I'll talk to you when it's done. Okay, those are pictures of the show. So tell me what you guys think. The pictures you're seeing are the top 5. So you don't, if you're not top 5, you don't get nothing. There's no trophies or nothing. So they're all pictures of the top 5. I have my own thoughts on it, which I don't really want to disclose. I'm happy with my placing. I'll be happier with first, but third's fine. I mean, I think it's the largest regional show in the United States. So that's pretty huge, actually. So that's cool. But tell me what you guys think on everybody next to me. I mean, who do you think looked the best? Who do you think was first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatnot? I'd be curious to see what other people think. So I got a bunch of people have seen the pictures already. They already had their thoughts, and but anyway, it's all said and done. It's over with. I did my 100%. Could have done 110, but I got 100% into it. And when I say 100%, I'm talking like my screw off times where maybe I wake up in the middle of the night and have a couple Doritos out of my boy's bag of chips. But it was very seldom. Like when I say I'm not giving 110%, that means for the average person, I'm barely cheating. So I don't deviate from stuff like that, especially in prep. Once I get on prep, I'm full prep mode, and so that's just how I do it. Now, if I wouldn't ate those couple Doritos or whatever it was that I ate, or the cardio, I did all my cardio, but at the end it got so I'd get hypoglycemic. I'd have to jump off the stair stepper and finish later in the day, which is not good. I should have just stayed and finished it. Now, and I did finish it later in the day. I went over and did my extra half an hour or whatever. Sometimes I did even more. But the point is that fat burning time is right in the morning when you wake up, fasted, right? That's the time that counts. That half an hour later in the day, sure, it works and it does do something, but not like it does in the morning. So the couple days prior to my load up period, I did do some cardio at night, and the reason I did that was just to burn off all the rest of the glycogen out of my muscles. Because if you burn out all the glycogen out of your muscles, then you start putting glycogen in, your muscles can actually hold more glycogen than they could before. So it's kind of like a sponge, with water. If that sponge is dry and you put water, it just soaks up, right? So it's the same thing with your muscles. So I did do that. But anyway, long story short, I gave it almost everything I had. If I would have gave it everything I had, maybe I would have got first, maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't even have made a difference. I mean, with my body, I have a phenomenal body for this in ways that food goes right through me. I mean, I can eat a lot of food, and I can have on the off season, I have an 8-pack all the time. I have veins on my abs all the time. Like, I stay lean all year round. I don't get over about 7% body fat on the off season. So I got a phenomenal body. God gave me a really good body for this. So that is cool. It does not work for everybody. Some people cannot cheat at all. And like I said, when I say I cheat, it's not like you think. I'm not going to McDonald's and eating 10 burgers. It's not like that. I'm talking cheat as in it's really not even a big deal. So that was that. Next show is going to be Emerald Cup again. I'm not going to do another show this year. There's a couple reasons why. One reason is when you prep for a show, no matter what the show is, the preps are the same. You still got to do all the same stuff, whether it's for the Olympia or it's for a tiny little show, So it takes a lot out of you. And as you know, I also work. I work a lot. I mean, as of this time, I've been working past several weeks every single day. I don't see much of my family. It sucks, but that's life. And I'm a hard worker, and that's what I do is work. And I'm not going to get anywhere that I want to get without hard work. Hence the gym, hence this, hence the work. I got to do all that stuff. So it will pay out in the end, I'm sure. And if it doesn't, then I know that at least I tried. And that's the whole goal here. I mean, don't get used to being comfortable with nothing, because comfort can be evil. Comfort can keep you from going anywhere in life. Once you get comfortable with something, you got to ask yourself, is this the right thing to do? So that being said, you always want to stay on your toes. You always want to be working, man. I mean, it requires work. Okay. And that's just, there's nothing more to say than that. So I put in the work. I put in the work. Even when I don't want to, I put in the work. When after working like I do, physical labor, I go to the gym and I go put in my work there. I don't do less or maybe not hit the weights as hard because I was digging all day long or, lifting heavy crap all day long at work. It doesn't work like that. No, those days I hit it harder because that's what I do. That's how you succeed. That's how you get things. That's how you get bigger. That's how you build the muscle. So same thing with work. I mean, I wake up in the morning half the times and every time I'm sore as hell. I can hardly walk. I go sit in my chair, and my routine that I do every single day. My life is pretty much written down on a piece of paper, and it will be the same tomorrow as it will be the next day. So, but anyway, lucky for me, God also granted me with the gift of a light switch that turns off and on. So when I have to do all that hard work and I'm on the way to the job wondering how am I going to do this, I can hardly even stay awake, or I'm sore, or whatever the excuse my body's trying to tell me, and it's just an excuse. I get there and that light switch goes off. I will work harder than anybody around me. I mean, and that's the way I do it. And the same thing with the gym. A light switch goes off. Find that light switch, you guys. That's going to push you past your normal limits. And that's where you're going to need to go. And that's what you're going to need to hit, is past those normal limits that a normal person can do. Because you don't want to be normal. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be average. That's not what this is about. I want to be above average. And to do that, you got to push the extra limit. That's just the way it is. It's hard. It's work. It requires time. It requires dedication. It requires intensity. I mean, all that stuff. It's really easy to say, but it's a lot different thing to do. So, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder until it's time to do what bodybuilders do. You can go to the gym and lift weights all day long for 2 hours a day and play on your phone half the time and listen to music and not go nowhere. There's a reason you're not going nowhere. If you watch some of my videos and you hear me talk about stuff like that, there's a reason why you're not getting results. Look back, you'll figure it out. Or, just be like everybody else and just keep on doing the same thing over and over again and not get results. If it makes you happy, do it. Who cares? It's all about you anyway. It's not about me or anybody else. Remember, this is all about you. All of it. I mean, what I'm doing is about me. This is working on yourself to build a better you. That's all it is. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to give a shout out to Premium Nutrition. They carried me through the whole show with supplements, which is awesome. They got awesome supply of supplements down there. I'm just really glad they're in Shelton. So they're cool people. They have everything I need. So, and they take care of me. So that's cool. Shout out Shelton Athletic for putting up with me down there. Also Donnie Whetstone Fitness for putting up with me there. Sometimes I'm a lot to handle. So anyway, thank you guys. Like and subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's cool because I don't really care anyway. Have a good night.